Womanity by Thierry Mugler is the latest fragrance from the house of Mugler. And before we even talk about the eau de parfum, you gotta get a gander at this bottle. It's incredible. It's got a little bondage element going on here. It's like a cuff attached by a chain that goes around the top of the bottle, and there's a spooky little Cirque du Soleil head at one end. And the cool thing about the bottle is, like, I think a lot of the Mugler fragrances, it's refillable. So that is wonderful. It's a beautiful work of art that you can enjoy. And oh, look at that pink juice. Let's talk about what the juice smells like. Well, I squirted a little bit here just a while ago. And the whole deal with Womanity is that it is a savory fragrance, is what they're saying. Savory, not sweet necessarily. And when you first smell it, it's very strange because it is indeed kind of salty. It's savory, salty, and sweet, and fresh, and crisp, and wet, and it kind of reminds me of celery. You start to think about, like, what's crisp and wet, and sprinkle some salt on celery. Starting to get hungry. It's a savory element. And it makes me think of bell peppers too, because there's something spicy in there. I like that. That is interesting. And despite the fact that it's called Womanity, I think that it's a very guy-friendly fragrance. Don't think the boys need to be too worried about the fact that it's pink juice with a lady face on it and called Womanity. A true test of your masculinity. Can you go into the store and buy this stuff, or at least ask to sniff it? I think you should, because this could definitely be carried off by a guy. Womanity is totally top-loaded for interest factor. It's got that wow thing when you first smell it on your skin and you just think, I don't think I've ever smelled anything like this before. It's kind of like that kettle corn, popcorn idea where it's sweet and salty at the same time. But as it moseys along, as you live in your cloud of Womanity, definitely gets a little more standard. Gets a little more standard issue, and certainly by the time the credits are rolling, it's just kind of regular. And what I mean is you've lost that punch, that pow, that big opening salvo of, I never knew that a fragrance could smell savory. Womanity is based on fig. And once you kind of get adjusted to, oh, wow, this is a perfume that isn't a sweet floral affair. What the hell is it? You start to understand that the sweetness is provided by this very fresh figgy note. And interesting thing about fig is that it's not really associated with being a masculine smell or a feminine smell. So that's another reason why I think Womanity, despite the powder puff pink juice, would be great for guys as well as the ladies. The thing about Womanity is, like most Thierry Mugler perfumes, it's in for the long haul. You got to be prepared for this little lady to move in with you. She is moving in. Clear out your sock drawer. Womanity is going to be with you for a long, long time. This thing ain't going away. In for the long haul. Oh, I'm going to be smelling like these bell peppers and figs and celery and sugar for quite a while. That's okay, because I'm Katie Puckrick and I smell.
Trisha wears number 5, but you don't wear the perfume. Susan wears Saint Laurent, Jeannie wears Louis Vuitton, Kristen wears Dove.